Music editors are primarily the some creative, but primarily the technical support system for the composer. And also, increasingly now, what's happened in the last couple of decades is that the music editor creates the temp score, what we call a temp score, where if you go to the movies and you sometimes they're giving out free tickets, come to see a free movie Tuesday night. Well, what that means is that there's a movie that we're working on here in town that isn't completed yet, but we want to show a current version of it to a test audience. So in those test screenings, that's usually temporary music because we want to wait until the film is completely edited before we spend all the money putting in new music. So it's the responsibility of the music editor to create the temp score from other scores that have been done and songs and whatever's needed to make the music help and support the film. So that's what the music editor does initially. And then after that, once a composer is hired, then he or she works to help the composer get all the work that needs to be done to lead up to the scoring session, to supervise certain aspects of the scoring session, then to cut all the music into the film. By now they're making changes, and so the music has to be edited to fit. We get to the dubbing stage where they mix all the stuff together with the sound and dialogue, and the composer will decide that he doesn't really like, the director will decide that he or she doesn't really like that cue anymore, and so can the music editor find something from another spot in the movie that might work there, so we cut that up. In the meantime, the music supervisor is bringing in new songs to try against the movie, so those never just lay in. They always have to be edited up to try and fit the action. So those are all the things that the music editor does. The final thing from a business side that's important is that it's the music editor who creates the music cue sheet for licensing, which lists every piece of music in the movie and who the publisher is, so that if you wrote this song that I happen to put in this movie, you're going to get a royalty from it. So the music editor is the one person in the movie that's with the music from the very beginning to the very end.